Kwin Morris is a physical education teacher at East Jordan Elementary School. That's in the sort of Boyne Country area there. And I couldn't believe it. I had to read the story a number of times, but he went on a stand-up paddleboard across Lake Michigan. He's on the other end of our AT&T line just this very moment. Thank you very much, and congratulations on that feat.
Hey, thank you very much.
So you really did this. You got on, I call it a fall-down paddleboard because I can't stand on it for very long, but you got on a stand-up paddleboard and went right across Lake Michigan?
Yeah, we started in Wisconsin early morning and paddled from sundown to sun up and then a little more. It was pretty amazing.
So you started, what time of day did you start?
It was 10:30 Wisconsin time, so 11:30 back home. And then we finished around 11:30 Michigan time. So it was 24 hours.
24 hours going across the lake. How many of you?
There was 5 of us total.
5. And did you have a chase boat or something like that with you?
Yeah, we had actually 3 safety boats because Ford Motor Company sponsored us.
I see.
And they were making a production for their Go Further ad. So they had a safety boat. They had some medics on board just in case. So
see, Pure Michigan is too late. They've already got you. You're going to be in a Ford commercial doing this. And was it harder than you thought it would be?
Yes, actually. It was physically and mentally demanding. I mean, the forecast that we were looking at, it never happened. So it was total opposite of the forecasted weather. And we were fighting at one point some 4-foot waves, side chop, headwind, which means we have to paddle right into the wind. And there were nice times too when the stars came out, the northern lights were out. But the biggest thing that was our challenge was the cold. I mean, we had 40 miles of 37-degree water and an air temp around 40.
Oh.
So it was. I started off with shirtless next to shore, and as we got closer to that colder water, it kept dropping and dropping, and it was we couldn't take breaks toward the middle because it was so cold. We were scared of getting hypothermia.
Wow! And so you never got off the board the entire time?
Never got off the board. We'd sit down only on breaks. We didn't take anything from the boat. We had dry bags on our board, everything we needed. It was a team effort, and I couldn't have done it without those other guys.
Do you know, is that any sort of Guinness record?
That's not really why we did, so I don't even know if any of us have checked.
Okay. And did you eat or drink, and how did you go to the bathroom?
That's a good question. We ate, we packed food on our bags. Mostly we used powdered foods because it was a little rough to be eating like real food, and we're clenching our stomach the whole time, so it's tough to keep stuff down. Drinking, I had this white straw, it's called, and I would go right down into the water and drink right out of the water that we're, in essence, trying to protect. And then in the bathroom, we'd go in containers, and then we'd have to carry that out. So.
Okay. Well, most people, when they're on a boat like that, they just kind of go over the side. You didn't do that?
Not that I'm aware of, nope.
Well, you'd know, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't speak for the other guys, but I know.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, that must have been awkward. I mean, I don't know when I asked this question, but, I mean, did you have to go number 2 while you're out there?
Luckily, none of us did.
Okay.
That's why we left a little later in the morning than we wanted to. Just we were trying to get everything we could out of our system.
Okay. Well, but then you're just sort of, I just can't even believe you did this. You never fell down once?
There was 2 of us in the last 2 miles that fell off. But 3 of us stayed up. But, I mean, that last 10 miles was straight south wind, side chop, 2-3 foot waves, 4 occasionally, and it was physically demanding, especially in the last little chunk. We could see land, and Lake Michigan was like, I don't think so. You're not getting across that easy.
Oh, so you could see it, but it was elusive, it felt. And there was a point where you couldn't see land on both sides, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Actually, as the sun was going down, we decided to take a little longer break to get ready for the night because it was getting cold. Mm-hmm. And we looked left, we looked right. You could not see it. It was crazy how cool it was.
I bet it was quiet out there.
Yeah, and what was cool too, when we took breaks, the safety boats were a little farther away, especially at night, and yeah, I mean, the stars, I've never seen the Milky Way that clear, and the Northern Lights were an extra special little thing, which was great, which is awesome, too.
It's amazing that, like you had different layers of clothing and so forth, that you could stand up and change clothes and all that without falling off that thing in the lake. And how high were the waves at the worst point?
Yeah, 4 feet. 4 feet toward the end there, and we couldn't take breaks because that wind was pushing us in the wrong direction. And on a paddleboard, you pretty much go with the wind. I mean, it's really tough to stand up and fight wind and waves. But we did, and it was pretty amazing.
Was the water very clear out there? Could you see down into the lake?
Oh yeah, we were sponsored with these sunglasses too, and they're polarized. You could see into it, and what was cool, one of our safety boats actually was fishing across, since he's trolling anyway. Yeah. And they caught a steelhead, and it jumped about 4 feet in the air, about 20 feet away from me. It was just magical. It was so cool to catch a fish right there in the middle of the lake. It was awesome. And
did you know somehow where you were, like maybe with GPS or something like that?
Yep, we had GPS going, and the boat captains, we would ask them, like, hey, so how many miles have we gone? And they'd keep us updated on what the weather looked like it was going to do and things like that. And then we tried our phones, but you don't really have much service out there.
Oh. Will you consider crossing another lake?
That's a topic that we need to talk about. I think raising awareness for the lakes is our number one goal. So, I mean, if it takes that to do that and raise more money for them, I think I would be down. Right after the paddle, I would have probably said no, but
sure.
Now that I have more time, I would be willing to do it again, I think.
And the awareness that you're talking about is the Alliance for the Great Lakes, the oldest organization devoted to 100% to the lakes. And so if you're so inclined, please go to that website and donate or check it out, because it's a little thing to do compared to what these brave fellas did. And you're heroes in our book. Congratulations, and thank you for recounting the story with us.
Hey, thank you for taking the time to talk.
I couldn't wait to talk to you. Kwin Morris in East Jordan went across Lake Michigan on a stand-up paddleboard.